Namo Namaha. Welcome back, students. In today's Sanskrit online session, we are going to begin with a new poem, that is Suktayah. Suktayah means good sayings. And as the title indicates, this poem is a collection of Sanskrit good sayings. But the interesting thing is, this poem consists of 8 verses, and these verses are the Sanskrit translation of the shlokas taken from the book Tirukkural. The Tirukkural is a classic Tamil language text consisting of 1330 short couplets, and it is divided into 3 parts: Dharma, Artha and Kama. Students, it is considered one of the greatest works on ethics and morality, and its authorship is traditionally attributed to Tiruvalluvar. Tiruvalluvar was a celebrated Tamil poet and philosopher, and his work Tirukkural is considered an exceptional and widely cherished work of Tamil literature. It has been translated in several Indian and international languages. And through this poem, we have got an opportunity to get acquainted with some of the verses from the text. I hope you will enjoy the poem. So let's get started with the poem Suktayah. Here is the first verse. I'll read it out. Pita yachati putraya balye vidyadhanam mahat pitasya kim tapastepe ityuktistat krutadnyata. I hope you have understood the pronunciation of words. Now let's see the words with sandhihi or sanyogaha from the given verse. The words with sandhihi or sanyogaha are pitasya, tapastepe and ityuktistat krutadnyata. Let's see the resolution of these words. Pitasya, the dissolution is pita plus asya. Tapastepe, the sandhi vichchedah is tapaha plus tepe. Ityuktistat krutadnyata, the dissolution is iti plus uktihi plus tat plus krutadnyata. Tat plus krutadnyata is the example of sanyogaha. Now let's see the anvayaha of the verse. Here is the anvayaha. Pita putraya balye mahat vidyadhanam yachati. Asya putrasya pita kin tapah tepe ityuktihi tat krutadnyata. Now let's see the meanings of the words and the translation of the verse. Pita yachati putraya. Pita, father. Yachati, gives. Putraya, to his son. Balye, during childhood. Vidyadhanam mahat. Vidyadhanam, wealth of knowledge. Mahat, great. Vidyadhanam mahat, great wealth of knowledge. The meaning of the first line is, a father gives great wealth of knowledge to his son during his childhood. Pitasya kin tapastepe. Tapastepe means performed penance. Pitasya kin tapastepe, how much penance had been done by his father. Ityuktihi, to say so or to comment so. Tat krutadnyata. Krutadnyata means gratitude. Tat krutadnyata means is a way to express gratitude towards him. The meaning of the second line is, how much penance had been done by his father. To say so is a way to express gratitude towards him. The translation of the verse is: a father gives great wealth of knowledge to his son during his childhood. How much penance had been done by his father? To say so is a way to express gratitude towards him. I hope you have understood the translation. The hardship that parents bear while upbringing their children cannot be repaid or compensated. Parents always struggle to keep their children happy. They always work hard to give them the best. And they also play an important role in the development of their children. The similar kind of thought is expressed in this verse. It is said that it is the duty of a father to educate the child during childhood. While doing so, a father doesn't expect anything in return. But how does the child repay this debt? A son's or a child's acknowledgement of his father's effort is indeed the gratitude. A son or a child should be aware of the hard work, sacrifice, and struggle of his parents and should always try to become a good human being that his parents want him to be. That itself would be enough. I hope you have understood the verse. Now let's see Visheshan Visheshya Padani from the given verse. In this verse, there is only one pair of Visheshan Visheshya Padam. The word Mahat is the Visheshanam of the Visheshyam Vidyadhanam. Now let's see the next verse. Here is the next verse. I'll read it out. Avakrata yatha chitte tatha vachi bhaved yadi tadevahuhu mahatmanah samatvam iti tathyatah. Now let's see the words with sandhihi or sanyogah from the given verse. The words with sandhihi or sanyogah are bhaved yadi, tadevahuhu, samattvamiti. Now let's see the dissolution of these words. Bhaved yadi, the sandhi vichchedah is bhaved plus yadi. Tadevahuhu, the dissolution is tat plus eva plus ahuhu. Samattvamiti is the example of sanyogah and the dissolution is samatvam plus iti. Now let's see the anvayah of the verse. Here is the anvayah. Yatha avakrata chitte tatha yadi vachi bhavet mahatmanah tathyatah tadeva samatvam iti ahuhu. Now let's try to understand the meanings of the words and the translation of the verse. Avakrata means simplicity. Yatha chitte, chitte in the mind. Tatha vachi bhaved yadi, vachi in the speech. Bhaved, here it means is. Yadi, if. The meaning of the first line is, if there is simplicity in the mind as well as in the speech, tadeva huhu, tadeva, that itself. Ahuhu means is called or is said. Mahatmanah, great people. Samatvam means equanimity or equilibrium. In simple words, it means the balanced state of mind. Tathyatah means actually. The meaning of the second line is, that is actually called equanimity by the great people. The translation of the verse is, if there is simplicity in the mind as well as in the speech, then that is actually called equanimity by the great people. It means the great people consider that to be equanimity. I hope you have understood the translation. A person should be straightforward in thoughts, speech, and action. If the mind is not crooked, then the words uttered should also not be crooked. Having uniformity in thoughts and words is called equanimity by the great people. There is a Sanskrit verse which has the similar meaning. Yatha chittam tatha vacho, yatha vachas tatha kriya, chitte vachi kriyayam cha sadhunam ekarupata. It means there is uniformity in thoughts, words, and actions of the good people. I hope you have understood the verse. Now let's see the next verse. Here is the next verse. I'll read it out. Tyaktva dharma pradam vacham parusham yobhyudirayet परित्यज्य फलम पक्वम भुंक्ते पक्वम विमूढ़धिः. Now let's see the words with sandhihi or sanyogah. In this verse, there are two examples of sandhihi, and they are yobhyudirayet and bhunkte pakvam. Let's see the dissolution of these words. Yobhyudirayet, the dissolution is yah plus abhyudirayet. Bhunkte pakvam, the dissolution is bhunkte plus apakvam. Now let's see the anvayah of the verse. Here is the अन्वयः. यह धर्म प्रदाम वाचम त्यक्त्वा परुषाम वाचम अभ्युदीरयेत सह विमूढ़धीः पक्वम फलम परित्यज्य अपक्वम फलम भुंक्ते. Now let's try to understand the meanings of the words and the translation of the verse. Tyaktva dharma pradam vacham. Tyaktva means giving up. Dharma pradam, beneficial. Vacham means speech or words. Parusham means harsh. Yah abhyudirayet, the one who speaks. The meaning of the first line is giving up beneficial speech, the one who speaks harsh words. Parityajya phalam pakvam. Parityajya, giving up. Pakvam phalam, ripe fruit. Bhunkte, eats. Apakvam, unripe fruit. Vimudhadhihi, a foolish person. The meaning of the second line is such a foolish person eats unripe fruit, giving up the ripe one. The translation of the verse is giving up beneficial speech, the one who speaks harsh words. Such a foolish person eats unripe fruit, giving up the ripe one. I hope you have understood the translation. Students, speech is something that we human beings have control over. Our words should be wise and compassionate. A person who gives up sweet and beneficial words and utters harsh words is compared to a foolish person who eats unripe fruits when ripe fruits are available. So we should always speak pleasantly and appropriately. I hope you have understood the verse. Now let's see Visheshan Visheshya Padani from the given verse. Here are the Visheshan Visheshya Padani. The words Dharma Pradam and Parusham are the Visheshane of the Vishesham Vacham, and the words Pakvam and Apakvam are the Visheshane of the word Phalam. I hope you have understood it. So students, I would like to end the explanation here. We will meet again with the next part of the poem. Dhanyavadaha Punarmilamaha.